Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and the highest honor to YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM Kakadash, double honors to my elders and apostles and teachers of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the sincere Akim across the world who are spreading this knowledge in truth and sincerity, and may the election be upon your households. Shalom. So today I want to do something different. I want to fully explain the book of Genesis 1, but I'm gonna do it in parts. Okay, so today I'm gonna read Genesis 1, verse 1 till 5. Okay, and that will be like part 1. So I will make a mini series explaining the different verses of Genesis. Okay, in order. So without further ado, let's start with Genesis 1, verse 1. Because a lot of people can break this down, and a lot of people are gonna go to the wrong breakdown when they read this first sentence in the Bible. Okay, so this is Genesis 1 verse 1. In the beginning, God created the heaven and earth. So now you're gonna think that there was God in his own and that he created heaven and earth. Well, what this actually means, when you go to the word God in the interlinear, when you go back to the Hebrew, of course this internet is gonna bug the fuck out. Just be patient. Yes, here. In the beginning created, okay, God. When you see this word God, it says here, Elohim. And in the Hebrew, it reads from right to left. So when you click on it. Oh wait. Yeah, when you click on it, it reads from right to left here. So it's Allah Hayam. Allah Hayam. And the outline of biblical usage, okay, says that the word means that the word is plural, meaning more. Okay, rulers, judges, divine ones, angels, not angel, gods, not God. You see, so multiple powers. There were multiple powers, and who were those powers in the beginning? Well, of course you have Yahawah, okay, which is the name of the Most High, and you have YAHAWASHI, and you have the angels. Okay, so in the beginning, Yahawah created YAHAWASHI, and YAHAWASHI created the angels in order of the Most High. And with the angels together, YAHAWASHI started to create everything you can see, and the things you can also not see, if you get what I mean. Okay, so everything created was created by YAHAWASHI and the angels, but in order of the Most High Yahawah. Okay, the Most High Yahawah is like the blueprint. He gives out orders, but he has not. How do you say that? He doesn't have to do anything by himself. Let me say that. Okay, he can, but he just has not to do. Okay, because he is the Most High, he can do what he wants basically. So Genesis 1 verse 1. In the beginning, the powers created the heaven and earth. So when you, let's go to the book. Let me do that here. Let's go to the book John. The book of John. John chapter 1 verse 1. Because who was in the beginning? John 1 verse 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. So now you're gonna be a little bit tripping, but it means in the beginning was YAHAWASHI, and YAHAWASHI was with the power, and the power, and YAHAWASHI was power. The same was in the beginning with power. Okay, the word God means power. All things were made by Him. By who? By the Word. The Word is YAHAWASHI. Okay, and without Him was not anything made that was made. So here you clearly read that YAHAWASHI created everything. Okay, without Him nothing was created. But without Yahawah, YAHAWASHI cannot create anything, because the power comes from the Most High Yahawah. Okay, YAHAWASHI is who everybody calls Jesus. Okay, so to prove that the word is YAHAWASHI, let's read a little bit lower here, verse 14. And it says, and the Word was made flesh So he became he basically got a body and dwelt among us. And we beheld his glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father. Who is the only begotten of the Father? His Son, YAHAWASHI, okay, full of grace and truth. You see? So this is talking about YAHAWASHI. Now, what I was saying, that YAHAWASHI cannot do anything without the Most High Yahawah. Let's prove that in the book of John 5 verse 19. It reads, Then answered YAHAWASHI and said unto them, Verily, verily, I say unto you, the Son can do nothing of himself, but what he seeth the Father do. You see? For what things soever he doeth, these also doeth the Son likewise. Okay? Verse 30. Here. I can of mine own self do nothing. As I hear, I judge, and my judgment is just, because I seek not mine own will, but the will of the Father which has sent me. So YAHAWASHI cannot do things of his own self. Okay, he's basically doing the orders of the Most High Yahawah. So in the beginning, when you read Genesis 1 verse 1, in the beginning God created the heaven and earth. It actually says in the beginning the powers created the heaven and the earth. Okay, in the beginning YAHAWASHI and the angels created the heaven and the earth in order of the Most High. It's basically if you have to break it down the correct way. Okay, so I made a few notes and I want to see that I don't forget anything. God, let's go to the book of Colossians 1 verse 16. Okay, Colossians 1 verse 16. This is talking about YAHAWASHI. For by him were all things created that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers. All things were created by him and for him. By who? Let's start at verse 12. Giving thanks unto, this is Colossians 1 verse 12. Giving thanks unto the Father, which had made us meet to be partakers of the inheritance of the saints in the light. Verse 13. Who had delivered us from the power of darkness, and had translated us into the kingdom of his dear Son, in whom we have redemption through his blood, even the forgiveness of sins. So this refers to the Son, YAHAWASHI, okay? Who is the image of the invisible power. So YAHAWASHI is the image of the invisible power, Yahawah, the firstborn of every creature. Still talking about YAHAWASHI. For by him YAHAWASHI, were all things created. You see? That are in heaven and that are in earth. Visible and invisible. So things we can see and things we cannot see. Okay, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers. All things were created by him and for him. And he is before all things, and by him all things consist. So that is basically clear. Because who wrote the book of Genesis? Okay, Moses wrote the book of Genesis. And Moses knew the name of the Most High, Yahawah. Okay, so why would he not put the name of Yahawah in the first sentence in the Hebrew? Okay, it says Alahayim. It does not say Yahawah. Actually, the first time the word Yahawah appears is in Genesis 2 verse 7 here in all caps. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. When you go to the Blue Letter Bible, to Genesis 2 verse 7, Genesis 2 this man, yes, Genesis 2 verse 7, you go to that word Lord. Here, Lord in all caps, here, it says here Jehovah, but we know that you need to look at the Hebrew, and the Hebrew you read from right to left. And when you go to internet and search Assyrian Hebrew alphabet, you see these symbols, and when you read from right to left, it says YAHAWAH. Okay, YAHAWAH. So this is the first time the name of the Most High came in existence. And really, it does not say Ahaya, because people like to confuse when Moses asked to the Most High, who should I say that sent me? When the Most High answered, say, I am sent you. That is what the Most High calls himself. But no, let me say it better. When he said, I am has sent you, okay, when people say that you see the name of the Most High is Ahaya, that is not correct. Because Moses did not say, I am has sent me, but he said, the existing one, he that is, sent me, okay? Therefore, the name is YAHAWAH, you see? Otherwise, here in Genesis 2, it would have said Ahaya and not YAHAWAH, okay? So, let me go back to Genesis 1. Yes, Genesis 1, verse 1. Let me see. God. So, as I was explaining in the beginning, the powers created the heaven and the earth. Okay, which means it is plural. But here you read one person, you read God. Okay, and here again it says, and God said, and God saw, and God called the light day, and God said, and God made the firmament. So you're gonna think, okay, it's just the Most High. But let's jump to verse 26. Here it says, and God said, let us make man in our image. So wait a minute. First it's just God, and then it says us. So you want to tell me that he's talking to himself? Come on, man. This clearly shows you also again that it was not just one power. The angels and YAHAWASHI were together. Okay, and they said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness. Meaning in our image, not like the outward appearance, but more like with rules and order and logic, okay, and being able to think. You see, because animals have instinct and humans have the opposite of that. You see. So reading on, and let them who the people have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. Okay, we had power over the fish, over the animals. Okay, and they were afraid of us even, man. Okay, the animals were afraid of us, man. Okay, lions being afraid of you. That's crazy, man. Let's read it in the book of Genesis 9, verse 1 and 2 real quick. And God blessed Noah and his sons, and said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth. And the fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth, and upon every fowl of the air, upon all that moveth upon the earth, and upon all the fishes of the sea. Into your hand are they delivered. You see? So the animals feared us, man. But right now we broke the commandments of the Most High, so they don't fear us anymore like that, man. When you walk up to a lion and he's hungry, he's just gonna eat your ass, man. Don't try that. Okay? But in the kingdom, that's the beauty. In the kingdom it will be the other way around again. Okay, the animals will fear us again. And let me see. And the children are gonna play with wolves, with the animals, be at peace with them. This is Isaiah 11, verse 6. This is in the kingdom. The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid. Kid is talking about a goat, okay, a little goat. And the calf and the young lion and the fatling together, and a little child shall lead them. Okay, a little child from the nation of Israel shall be with these beasts, with these animals, and lead them. Okay. Verse 7, and the cow and the bear shall feed. The young ones shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like the ox. So not only are we gonna be able to just live peaceably with all animals, okay? It here clearly says that the lion shall eat straw like the ox. So the lion will be eating grass, okay? He won't be eating meat anymore. He will be eating grass, man. And that might be a little weird to put in your mind, but that's just how the Most High has made it, man. Verse 8, and the suckling child shall play on the hole of the asp, and the weaned child shall put his hand on the cockatrice den. Verse 9, they shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain. Okay, when is that gonna be? The holy mountain, okay, talking about Israel. It's gonna be in the kingdom, in our rest. For the earth shall be full of the knowledge of the Most High as the waters cover the sea. Okay, so the kingdom is gonna be great, man. Just gonna sit, okay, flex with lions. Yeah, that's dope, man. Tigers, panthers, name it. You name it, you name it. Now, let me see. I think I had one more thing. No, that was it, man. That was it. Okay, I decided that was clear to y'all. Now, Genesis 1 verse 2. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the spirit of the powers moved upon the face of the waters. So, what does this mean? Well, I wrote it down. Okay, the earth had not shaped into a certain form yet. Okay, it was only in element form. Okay, the earth was only in element form. There was no shape to it, just elements. You have to picture that, elements. Okay, let's go to the book of Hebrews 11, because I want to show something. Verse 3. So imagine only elements, only atoms, okay? Hebrews 11 verse 3. Through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of the Most High. Here comes the point. So that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. So things we see, for example, plants or a human body or a soccer ball, okay? You can see it, but it is not made of things that you can see, meaning it's formed of smaller parts that you cannot see, atoms, okay, molecules, you cannot see that, but they are there, okay? Just because you can't see it does not mean that it's not there, man. You cannot see atoms, man. Okay, you cannot see atoms. Here, nobody can see this with with the normal human eye, okay? But the things are formed smaller particles like this. Okay, when you combine these elements together, it can form into something. Okay, that's what you see in science also. You form elements, you put certain elements together to create, for example, water. Okay, H2O. Okay, or sugar. Okay, C6H12O6. Okay, so let's go back to Genesis 1 verse 2. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. Darkness is talking about space, okay, the atmosphere. Okay, and the spirit of the powers moved upon the face of the waters. The waters is talking about the space, okay, also. And you have three types of waters. You have the water as in space, you have the water as in the sky as we can see it, and you have the water in liquid form. Okay, and how do you know that the sky is water? Well, there's moisture in the air, and for example, when you look at the animals, like at the camel, a camel can divert water from the air into liquid form and drink it. Okay, you see, that's why he does not have need so much liquid form or water to drink. Okay, so there is water in the air, man. But this water is talking about space. Verse 3. And the power said, wait, did I explain everything? Yeah, I explained everything. Verse 3. And the power said, let there be light, and there was light. So you have to understand this. There was like all darkness, okay? All darkness in space. And then all of a sudden there are elements, and now the powers they formed the elements, and what happened? Salakia. What happened is that the elements formed light, because people like to think that the sun gives the earth the light, okay. But actually, okay, actually when you go back to the atoms, to the molecules, to the elements itself have an aura around it. You see, just like in this picture, you see a type of aura around it. Okay, this also has aura. Okay, the elements have an aura around it, a certain aura around it. Okay, so what did the angels do with YAHAWASHI? They made sure that the elements, how do you say that? The certain amount of elements, of aura around the elements, they illuminated even more and put it together. So there was like a big cloud of illuminated elements. Okay, light, all light. Okay, like this. You see? So around it is all darkness, and now you have a certain type of light. Okay, just light. Let me read on. And the power said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Okay, now verse 4. And the power saw the light, that it was good, and the powers divided the light from the darkness. So I wrote it here. Now there was like a big cloud of illuminated elements in space, okay, and they divided the light from the darkness. So to divide the light from the darkness means there was one part which became a lesser light. So like this. Okay. So here you have the bright light and here you have the lesser light. So one part is for day and one part is for night. Okay, and the earth was going to be created right in the middle. Okay, right in the center. So this is all that white that you see right now is darkness, should be space, and this is just light, and in the middle the earth was going to be created. Okay, so let's go back. Hey, where did my app go? Where did it go? Wait a minute. It just closed itself off. Yeah. So now when you read Genesis 1 verse 4 again, and the powers saw the light, that it was good, and the powers divided the light from the darkness. The powers divided the light from the darkness. And the powers called the light day, and the darkness they called night. Okay, the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. So this part the part with more light in it was called day, and the part with lesser light was called night, because if there was not yet created a sun, if you read that the sun or the moon was created or the stars, nothing. Okay, when you go back to Genesis 1 verse 2, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, meaning there was just darkness, there was no light, there was no sun, no star, nothing. Okay, so right now when there appears light, it's not because of a sun was created, okay, or a moon was created yet. It was not created yet. It was just the elements with the aura formed together, forming a huge cloud of light. You see? So Genesis 1 verse 5, the last verse, and the powers said, and the powers called the light day, and the darkness he called night, and the evening and the morning were the first day. But what is a day talking about here? Is it talking about like 24 hours? Is it talking about a day of 30 days? A day of 1 year? How long was this day? Well, to know that, you have to go to the book of 2 Peter. Here, 3, verse 8. And it reads, "But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years." So it took 1,000 years to create it. Okay, the first day was 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day. Okay. Now, I hope I made a clear, how to say it, a clear breakdown for y'all. Okay, understanding the first 5 verses, and it was the first day. So YAHAWAH, next time I'm gonna go to the second day, the second period of 1,000 years. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna give all praises and highest honor to YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Double honors to my elders and apostles and teachers of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the Sasei Akim across the world who are sparing this knowledge and truth and sincerity, and may the election be upon your households. Come, Shalom.